Good evening. The Rio Rancho Public Schools Board of Education meeting for Monday, January 12th, 2026 is now called to order. All would please arise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. JC, can you take a roll call for us?
President Galbraith?
Present.
Board Member Miller?
Present.
Board Member Miller?
Present.
Board Member Murray?
Present.
Board Member Berry?
Present.
You have the quorum.
Okay, thank you so much. We'd like to welcome everyone out tonight. To my fellow board members, if I get all mixed up on your names, I'm as JC's doing it, sometimes when I'm up here, like names just go out. And then with having 3 new board members, I can just see me already making a mess of things. But we want to welcome our new board members. We're so excited to have them here in just a moment. We're going to do our swearing in, but we also want to welcome their families who are here with us tonight. We also have our Cleveland football. I see Coach Garza back there. We have their families, players, and so we want to welcome all who are here with us to begin this first meeting of the new year. And so with that, we would like to welcome up the Honorable Lewis McDonald. He's our district judge, and he's going to do, is this right? Am I doing this right? They gave me these looks that made me nervous. He's going to do our swearing in now. Okay. And who? Yes, and Dr. Cleveland.
Thank you. I just wanted to thank Judge McDonald for coming. He has done the majority of our swearing-ins for the history of the school district, and obviously served as retired judge now. But we had many years of being able to work collaboratively with him in the court on issues that were important to our families and our students. And so I just want you to know how very privileged we are to have Judge McDonald with us this evening.
Thank you. Thank you. So how would we like to go about we can start. Okay.
You have a Bible? You can use my Bible. And someone want to hold the Bible and place your left hand on the Bible. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Seth Muller, do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico, and that I will faithfully and impartially discharge the duties of Rio Rancho Public Schools board member on which I am about to enter to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations. Do we have So, you want to, they can get a picture of you signing you need to sign there. Okay. What is today, the 12th? 26. Congratulations. Thank you. Hey, Mr. Michael Aaron Berry. So who do we have?
Kids.
Kids, okay. Hi, kids. All right. Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I, Michael Aaron Berry,
I, Michael Aaron Berry,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico,
and the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
and I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of Rio Rancho Public Schools Board Member,
Rio Rancho Public
Schools,
Board Member,
on which I'm about to enter,
on which I'm about to enter,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my abilities,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. And let's see, I need your signature here. All right, congratulations. And Rebecca E. Murray. Okay, place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Rebecca E. Murray,
I, Rebecca E. Murray,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution and laws of the state of New Mexico,
and the Constitution and
laws
laws
of this,
of the state of New Mexico,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of Rio Rancho Public Schools Board Member,
of Rio Rancho Public Schools Board Member,
on which I am about to enter,
on which I'm about to enter,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations. And I need you to sign. It's right there. Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
And Dr. Cleveland, I want to thank you for those nice words. I really appreciate it. It's been an honor, and it's been an honor working with you over the years. Whoever replaces you has some really big shoes. And so I think we're going to miss you, but congratulations. You deserve it. You deserve to retire and keep going. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Where are we?
There.
Keeps going. Got it. Dr. Clune, did you want to add anything else before we move on from this? So thank you. I did neglect. We have Catherine Collin, Representative Catherine Collin here with us today, who served on our board and served as board president as well. And so we're really grateful that she's here with us tonight as well. It was interesting as that was happening. I've been on the board for 6 years now, and that's crazy to think about. But as I was watching each of you and that swearing in, I was just thinking of that first moments of just feeling so much like I have no idea what I'm about to embark on, and at the same time how much I've learned and how grateful I am for the experience. And so I'm really excited for each of you to start this new thing in your life, because it really has been a blessing to mine, and getting to know so many in the state of New Mexico and working with wonderful people like Dr. Cleveland. So thank you for being willing to step up for our community and being with us tonight. I know people don't realize school board is actually it's a big thing. There's a lot that goes into it. So thank you for being here. So with that, we'll go ahead and we'll go to approve the prioritized agenda and proposed time allocations.
Madam President, Board Member Miller, I move to accept the prioritized agenda and proposed time allocations.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Okay. We have a motion and a second by Michael Berry, and all in favor. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Or I'm going to start that over. I was going with the agreement, right? Yeah. Any opposed? Okay. Motion carries. All right. This is the other thing we all get used to, is it's a whole new format that you don't typically do this in your living room, these kind of things. So thank you. Okay. So starting off the evening, every 2 years, according to our policy, and we have the opportunity, especially with 3 new board members coming in, to have nominations and to elect a new board president, a new vice president and secretary. Tonight, we'll also do our audit committee chair, our audit committee vice chair, our finance committee chairperson and vice chairperson. And we'll also do the appointment of our large district representative for New Mexico School Board Association. So just before we go into these nominations, are there any questions that I can answer? And I'll set it up hopefully a little bit better. I always was talking to Lauren Hatch and how it never goes the way I have it in my mind when we go through all this. But are there any questions I can answer up to this point before we go into nominations? Okay. So as we go into, the first one we'll do is the election of a board member for the office of board president. And all we really need to do is nominate. And this is where we always have a hard time with the board, is we nominate, and everyone has the opportunity to nominate whoever they would like. Once all the nominations are put forth, then we can go ahead and just do a vote. And in that vote, you will just say who you would like for it to be. If we only have one nomination, then we can just do a single, all in favor, or we can do a roll call vote on that. So, and if we have more than that, then it'll look a little bit different. So I am now going to open the floor up for nominations and discussion. So who would you all like to nominate?
I would like to nominate Amanda Galbraith as president of the board. This is Board Member Miller.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Other nominations? Any other nominations? Okay.
No, I would second her motion.
Okay. Okay. If there are no other nominations, so all in favor of, can I just do it that way? All in favor of Amanda Galbraith being the board president? All in favor of that?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Well, that vote carries. I don't know exactly how to put that. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for that opportunity. I'm always kind of back and forth on that, but with a new superintendent coming in, I'm excited to try to help with that process. So thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. So next is going to be our vice president of the board. And so we'll now accept nominations and elect our vice president of the board. So do we have, the floor is now open for nominations for a vice president of the board. Any nominations that we have?
I think Mr. Miller would make a fine vice president of the board.
Okay.
I'll nominate him.
Okay. We have Seth Mueller.
I second that. Rebecca Murray, board member.
Okay. Okay. Any other nominations? Seth, will you say your last name for me just so I make sure I say it right?
Seth Muller.
Mueller?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
We were having a debate the other day.
It's all right. My whole life it's been Mueller, Ferris. So
I'm trying to figure out how to put that on my paper. So I just and even though we've worked together when you've been doing audit committee and such for a long time, I just want to make, so Seth, Mueller. Okay, so Seth Mueller, are there any other nominations for vice president? Okay. All in favor of Seth Mueller, right? Okay, all in favor of Seth Mueller being our vice president of our board?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, that carries. Okay. We now have the opportunity of, and you can see this always makes me so nervous going through all these, the opportunity of nominating a member of the board to be our secretary. Any nominations for board secretary that we would like to give? I'd love to nominate Beth Miller to be a board secretary. We've not, of course, discussed any of these things, so I don't know if you would be willing to accept that nomination. Okay. Are there any other nominations though for board secretary? Okay. Okay. All in favor of Beth Miller being the secretary of our board? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Beth Miller as our secretary. Okay. We now have the opportunity to appoint a member of our board to be the audit committee chairperson. Maybe we should just take a second, and Seth had the opportunity to be on the audit committee. Do you want to talk a little bit about that committee and what it does and what it looks like time-wise and such?
That's one Monday a month from, I want to say like February or March to October. And then initially you'll review last year's audit, and then you work as a group to select a new CPA or continue with the one that we've currently had, depending on what the contract is with them, and have them perform the audit. And then they go through and they do all of the auditing part of it. It's fairly simple. And I know that now, because I'm on the board, we need a member of the community to step up and be a parent community member on the board, on the audit committee. It's 1 hour. The third, I think it's whatever, the second board meeting of the month, it's the hour before that, from 4 to usually about 4:30. It's not even a full hour. And then just helping guide them and be available to answer any questions, or as a parent community member, being able to provide input on what you're seeing at the schools, any questions that you have and then there's a member from the business community, and then it's the finance department and the 2 board members and the superintendent of it that are on it. And then the bulk of what's happening in there is in executive session, so you're not allowed to talk about it or do anything until the audit is fully completed for that year. So I think we're still in the middle of the current audit. So, but it's fairly simple. Like Dr. Cleveland said, the best position to have is the past chair position. Like being the parent community member, you don't really have any decisions to make, so that's pretty cool.
Good. And Beth, you were on that committee too.
Yeah, that's
Do you have anything you want to add to that?
No, I just think it's a great opportunity to understand that part of the district and the kinds of things that the district has to comply with, and so it's a good time to ask questions about how things are done and so forth. So I think it's been a really good experience for me the last couple of years.
So with that, we can, and Lauren, we can just have that discussion, right? And kind of appoint. We don't have to really take nominations and such necessarily for this one. We have the word appoint on there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. So a motion and a second on this. Okay. Is there anyone that's interested in taking on audit? So once again, we still have finance, and then we have that large district representative, but is there anyone who would like to do it? Like,
Either the chair or the vice chair position, I would be willing to, I've been on it for 5 years, and I would understand how it goes, and we would be willing to continue that service for that committee.
let me take a look at this. So on this one, is there anyone else that's interested on serving in that?
I don't mind doing vice chair.
Okay. Okay. So why don't we can take, does anyone want to create a motion? I can just create a motion. So I'll move to appoint Seth Mueller as our chair of the audit committee.
I'll second the motion.
So we have a motion and a second. And JC, you want to just do a roll call for me?
Vice President Mueller,
Yes.
Secretary Secretary Miller,
Yes.
Board Member Murray,
Yes.
Board Member Barry,
Yes.
President Galbraith.
Yes.
Motion carries 5-0.
Okay. We have a lot of M's, I just realized, and that's going to be really, really hard to go through. Okay, so for our next, so this is the vice chairperson. So Rebecca said she is interested in being that vice chairperson. Is there anyone else that would rather be in that one? Okay. So anyone want to make a motion for that? Or I can do it again if I
I'll move to motion Rebecca Murray to serve as the audit committee vice chair.
I'll second.
Thank you. A second. I'm just trying to write my notes too. Okay. And so all in favor of Rebecca being the vice chairperson for the audit committee? Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. You guys can see what I'm saying, that I really have this is the hardest meeting for some reason. So now we'll look at the finance committee and a chairperson for that. So once this committee actually consists of the whole entire board. Dr. Cleveland, you want to add anything? So we have the whole board. We have people from the district.
Thank you.
Hey, you know your
Making
job.
Jeff's place
I know.
so grateful.
Yes.
The whole board can be part of
Mhm,
the
yeah.
finance committee, and it's strictly up to each board member whether you want to do that or not. But it is a really good way to get detailed information about the financial situation that this district is facing. It's a really good process for being able to know how you can look at the budget, drill down to the lowest level of the budget and see just about everything you might want to see as a board member. And so everyone is welcome. If you can make some, that's great. If you can't make all of them, that's okay too. Whereas the audit committee is different. It's strictly prescribed by statute who can be on that committee. And that's for confidentiality reasons. And so it's not an open committee, but the finance one is. And it's just generally we get monthly reports, how the district's cash flow looks, and information about investments and the things you would expect in a financial report. So again, I think it's really helpful, especially if you are interested in how the district is spending its money. Really give credit to our chief operations officer who's worked really hard to make that process as transparent as possible. Everyone can get the information that they need. So that's open,
that's
and we really encourage you, welcome you, but you don't have to be at every one. The chairman and the vice chairman, we do hopefully will have you at most of those meetings.
Yeah. And typically that one we do just before our board meetings at 4:00 is what we've done. And so that's something that we can discuss too before we end tonight at the end of the meeting. I don't know if we put that on there, but just meeting times and such. But Michael, would you be interested in doing that and chairing that finance committee?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Would you be interested in that? Is there anyone else that's interested? So I'll make a motion to have Michael Berry as our finance committee chairperson.
I second the motion.
All in favor of Michael Berry being our chairperson for the finance committee?
Aye.
Yes.
Are we
Any-
saying aye or yes?
You can say whichever you
Okay.
like.
Okay.
Any opposed? Okay. We're gonna have to come up with
We need to have a
our
strategy.
norms, right? I feel like we all used to say I. Didn't we all used to say I? I'm not sure. So, but that works. Okay. I. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if you follow Robert's Rules of Orders, it's aye.
And then for our finance committee vice chairperson, do we have anyone who's interested in being the vice chair for finance committee?
I'll nominate Beth.
Yeah. Beth, are you good? Would you like to do that?
Sure.
Okay. Seth, you want to create a motion that?
I'll make a motion to appoint Beth Miller to be the finance committee vice chair.
I second that.
Okay, we have a motion by, I wrote down Beth's name instead of Seth's name on my notes. And then a second. Okay. And all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay. So for this next one, You're probably wondering what in the world that is. Okay, so the appointment of a large district representative for New Mexico School Board Association. This one actually does take some time. It's a really great opportunity for if you are really interested in getting to know people from around the state. It is typically before school board association meetings. So we have one coming up in February, and the large districts, they will meet before, and they will just help carry out some of the duties and such that happens at those. So the time like that it takes, it's not like it's all year long that it takes, but they do have an expectation for you to be there for those meetings and be able to just help with whatever they need help with at those times. That's the most I know about. I haven't served as that before, but because it just does take up a little bit more time and such. And I'm trying to think, I don't know if anyone else knows the most about it and that's okay. I'm like looking at JC, like, come on, JC, you should know about this. I was also looking out for Catherine, who used to serve in those capacities. So, but any questions on that? I know that wasn't the best summary of what you would like to hear, but that's kind of what I have. It's really just an opportunity to go to those New Mexico School Board Associations meetings and just be a help. Is anyone interested in doing
I
that?
would be happy to do it, except for this one I can't go to.
Okay, so but you would be happy to do it other
Otherwise,
than that?
this February one that's coming up, I can't do that one.
Okay, so Michael's interested in doing that. Is that okay? We can make a motion to have Michael do that. Anyone want to create a motion?
Do I have to be to every single one?
So it's really
'Cause I
just
can't go to this one.
so it's having that communication with
Okay.
them would be the biggest thing. Yeah, Rebecca.
Anyone able to stand in for him when he's not able to be there?
I would think so. I would think that if he cannot be there, and I'm looking at Lauren right now, and I don't think Lauren knows more than, yeah. We have had like a few years ago, we had someone in there and they couldn't make it to a lot. And I wish we had known, because we could just send someone, because it doesn't look great for us all the time, but it's okay if you can't go to everything. And so, yeah. Okay. But yeah, we'll check in. So we'll check in with New Mexico School Board Association, but I would love, Michael, if you're interested in that. It's a good opportunity to get into the School Board Association. Like I said, you get to kind of be around a lot of different people. And this one, we can change it every so often. So if there's other people who are interested in the future, then that is something that can change in the future. So,
Madam President, I would move that Michael Berry be our largest district representative for NMSBA.
I'll second the motion.
okay, so we have a motion and second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Okay. Whew. All right. We made it through. I don't know what it is about going through all those, but it just always it's like this awkward process that we go through. And it really is too. And just for everyone who's here, it is awkward because we cannot talk about it before we get into a meeting. We're not allowed to do that. And so you see everyone, no one wants to step on anyone else's toes or anything like that. And you're trying to be, just anyway. So it just always becomes kind of a difficult thing. But thank you once again for all being willing to serve. So now we'll start our meeting a little bit more like we normally do. And I hope our Cleveland, please just be patient with us just a few more moments. We're so grateful that you guys are here. But we're going to have introductory comments by our superintendent of schools, Dr. B.C. Cleveland.
Well, the primary purpose, obviously, of this meeting is the reorganization of the board. And again, congratulations to all of our board members. And thank you for stepping up. I really want to emphasize what President Galbraith has said. School boards are really important in the quality of a school district. And we have really been blessed over the years with really good board members who really focused on the needs of our district. And it has been a key factor in our success in the 32 years that we have been a school district. So I want to thank you on behalf of the administrative team, but also our teachers and our parents and community for being willing to step up to participate in a really important function in our community. So again, congratulations. I just kind of want to go over what we've just done, and we have a record of that. Following each school board election, the board must schedule a meeting for the purposes of reorganization and elect new officers as you have done, and appoint the chairpersons and the vice chairpersons for finance and audit. Both of those are created by statute, required for every school district. in New Mexico to have. I did have a question about, that came in and asked about the NMAA, and former board member Tripp did participate in a committee, but he did that as a representative of the New Mexico School Boards Association, not as a representative from this district. And so that's why that was not on the list. And so we appreciate our two that are continuing on, and also those of you who are new to the board. The large district representative to the New Mexico School Boards Association, I would want you to know that was a fight. And our concern with that is that we have a lot of wonderful small districts, but we also have a few larger districts, and sometimes our needs are just a little bit different than those small and micro districts. And so we worked hard to try to get a guaranteed voice for the larger districts, and we are the third largest district in the state. And so we were really very glad to get that permanent seat because that gives not only Rio Rancho, but the other middle-sized districts a voice at the table. Again, our returning board members, Amanda Galbraith, and congratulations on another term as president of the board. And as most of you know, she is an educator and she is parent of children in our district. Dr. Beth Miller has served on the board for the last 2 years. When I first met Beth, she was an administrator for the University of New Mexico. She worked for some years in the Gallup campus, and she came to help start the UNM campus here in Rio Rancho, was the chief administrator for that campus. And we had opportunities to work together on several projects. And so really glad that she brings that university experience to the district, and many years of administrative experience as well, and has served on the audit and the finance committees. And then we welcome our new board members. Certainly Rebecca was elected, and she represents District 5. And we congratulate you on your election win. And she's been a local parent, volunteer, actively engaged in school and community activities, and also brings that parent perspective to us. Michael Berry is a new board member as well for District 3. And he has worked professionally at Sandia National Laboratories and brings a very unique technical and data-driven perspective to our operations. And then Seth Miller has been involved in our district for many years in many different capacities. And so we welcome him as a representative for District 1. And he works locally as an emergency manager at Santa Ana Pueblo. He's worked in the past with the county, and brings a lot of organizational and community safety experience to our board. And so we're very lucky to have you in this capacity, and pledge to work closely with you as we face a lot of challenges that our district is facing. We also have a lot of good things too, and it's really wonderful to have people step up and be willing to take on this responsibility. This evening, Todd Resch will introduce head coach Robert Garza and some of the highlights of the New Mexico Activities Association State Football Championship, a team for the 6A division. We're glad also to have some of our players here with us this evening. It was played, it rotates New Mexico. If you have had the state championship in your district in 1 year, the next year you have to go to the other location. And so 2 years ago, we had a state championship game at Cleveland, and last year, of course, was not in our in the community, and this year it came back. One of the nicest things is we have a history in this district of having the worst possible weather ever for state championships. And so I can think of them over the years where it's been cold and rainy and the wind was blowing. And the last time at Cleveland, we had snow and tried to figure how in the world we were going to get that snow off the field. And we were in battle with the NMAA because they wanted to come in with some kind of a snow mover, and we had brand new turf. And we were afraid it was going to tear up all that new turf. And so it was a challenge. But this year, it was blessed with a beautiful day. The weather was perfect. It was an exciting game. it was as good as you could hope for a state championship game. And so we had a packed house, an extremely spirited and supportive crowd. And it was just a wonderful experience that day. So the game was played, as I said, at Cleveland. They did an amazing job. It was such an exciting game. And it was just one of those games where you just sat there on the edge of your seat through much of the game. And just congratulations on a job well done. And certainly we will get some more information when that item comes up on the agenda. But we cannot, we want to congratulate the coaching staff, have a wonderful coaching staff, wonderful players, and, the hard work and all of the, just everything seemed to come together at the right time. So congratulations. And we appreciate not only the team, but certainly our fan base, how very well behaved everybody was, and what just a really enjoyable afternoon. And we thank you for representing our district and particularly Cleveland High School in such a positive manner. And then this last week, and Todd Resch could share a little more information, was the Albuquerque Metro basketball tournament. It's the big, while they're playing some games in December, this is really the big start off of the basketball season. And the district had a very positive showing at the Albuquerque Metro basketball tournament this past weekend. I want to say congratulations to all of our teams who played. And Cleveland came in taking first place in the tournament. I know that just aggravates Albuquerque, but it always makes us really happy. And the Rio Rancho High School boys finished in third place. I want you to know that they lost that game in the final seconds against Volcano Vista, that the Storm had to come up and face in the Metro tournament. But they played a remarkable game. It's one of those games that could have gone either way. And so Rio Rancho High played very well. And our girls, Rio Rancho High finished fourth, and the Cleveland girls finished seventh. So we put in a strong showing at the tournament. But congratulations to the boys who took first place. And then I'm sure that our board members who wonder why in the world are we back to buses again? And the board is being asked to approve these capital outlay bus grants. It should be noted that these are not additional buses. The board approved these buses previously. However, retail prices have increased, everything for just everywhere. All of our projects are facing that challenge. But particularly due to the tariffs, the price of these buses has gone up, and therefore the board has to reapprove the items on the agenda. I really want to stress these are not more buses. This is just simply going back and approving again the price increase and the board's willingness to accept the buses. And this will be presented by Nick Brook, who is our executive director for student transportation. This is a state pilot project, and we have been very vocal over the last several years about our lack of adequate numbers of buses. We have had we've had some concerns about electric buses, whether they will work in our environment that we have in New Mexico, and particularly in Rio Rancho. But because we have been advocating for so long for additional buses, when the opportunity came to add to our bus fleet with electric vehicles, we thought we needed to go ahead and step up and try it, because you wouldn't want to give folks an opportunity to say, well, we offered them more buses and they didn't take advantage of that. One of the really nice things that came about, though, as a result of this action was that they paid for the total infrastructure for electric buses. And that was paid 100%. So that's going to give us, if this works well and we want to extend the electric fleet in the future, we will have the capacity to do that. So it's really the infrastructure investment was really just as exciting as the buses, because it will give us that opportunity in the future. Talked with some of the superintendents and other districts who have piloted this past year, and there are a lot of challenges with electric buses. It will obviously probably work better in our inner community area rather than going out to some of our more rural areas. But we will make those adjustments as we need to. And it'll be interesting to see how that works out for us. So again, this is a second time to ask for the board's approval to participate in this pilot project. And then are there any questions or concerns or any other items that you would like to? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Cleveland. I appreciate it. All right, we'll now go to our commendations for the evening. So our only commendation for tonight is the NMAA State Football Championship for Dr. Visu Cleveland High School, for Visu Cleveland High School. Our Todd Rush, our Executive Director of Athletics, will present along with the head coach, Robert Garza.
Good evening, Board President Galbraith, Superintendent Cleveland, and members of the board. It is with great pleasure that we recognize the Cleveland High School football team and their head coach, Mr. Robert Garza, for an extraordinary achievement. On November 29th, the Cleveland Storm captured the state football championship, marking the second consecutive state title for the program. This back-to-back championship is a testament to the team's relentless work ethic, discipline, and commitment to excellence, as well as Coach Garza's exceptional leadership and vision. This accomplishment reflects not only competitive success on the field, but also the values of teamwork, perseverance, and pride that define Cleveland High School. Tonight, we commend the players, coaching staff, and school community for representing their school and district with distinction and for setting a standard of excellence that inspires students across our system. Now I'd like to introduce Coach Robert Garza.
Thank you all. Thanks for having us here tonight, honoring us tonight. It's a privilege to be here. I'd really like to take a minute real quick just to say thank you for all you do for our school district, our athletic programs, helping us be successful. It starts up top, and really like to say thanks to Dr. Cleveland for all you've done for this district. And, I moved here 2008. I had no idea. I wasn't from New Mexico. I had no idea where I was landing. And little did I know I was landing in the best school district in the state. And a lot of that had to do with your leadership and your dedication. And I just like to say thank you for all you've done. We're going to do our best to represent your name year in and year out. And, like I said, thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy retirement. You deserve it. At this time, I'd like to, talk a little bit about our football team. I took over as the head football coach in 2022, and this was my first group of freshmen. These guys were the incoming freshmen at the time. They've done tremendous things. You see on the field the championship teams they've been a part of since these guys have come to Cleveland. They've played in 4 state championships and have won 3 state championships. They've grown as men and individuals. They're just, it's an amazing group, and I'm just proud to have been a part of this group of individuals. They really are a special group, and we will miss them tremendously. As far as the season goes, pretty unbelievable season. We were able to repeat as state champions, go back to back from last year. It was a fun season. We ended up 12-1. We had an opportunity to play the team that beat us in week 4, Las Cruces High Bulldogs, in the state championship and kind of avenge that loss. So it felt pretty good to beat those guys 35-28 in the state championship game. But I want to give, so much of the credit to these guys, all the hard work they do. They show up every day at 6 o'clock in the morning and dedicate themselves to what they do and make themselves better men. Want to introduce these guys here that we have tonight. All 3 of these guys are going to be going on to play college football. So, we want to make sure you're looking out for these guys. On the end, we have defensive back Connor Steele. He's going to be attending Western New Mexico University next year. In the middle, we have Jake Maldonado. He played wide receiver, and he's going to be representing us at the University of New Mexico. And the big guy on the end right here, this is Moses Sparks. He played offensive line, and he's going to be representing us at the University of Utah next year.
I just want to say thank y'all for this opportunity, and I want to thank Coach Garza and the rest of the coach staff as well. You know, our early mornings, you know, they're coming in earlier than us, making sure everything's prepared, and you know, it's always an honor to go out there and play for Cleveland and represent the state. Thank you.
Sorry, I'm a little underdressed for the situation here, but I know with the workout. But thank all y'all. You guys are like, I had no idea this place was here about an hour ago, but I know y'all doing a bunch of things behind the corners. You know, doing it for us. And I want to thank Coach Garza, great coach, great coaching staff we have here, and God bless all of y'all. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it's a tremendous honor to play for Cleveland and to be in the district of Rio Rancho. Coming from a different district, APS, I mean, I truly do see a difference, and I just wanted to commend you guys and say thank you for everything you guys do behind the scenes, and, you know, thankful for my coaches and everyone across the journey.
Yeah.
So you see in front of you here the team picture following the state championship game, but I think there was a second picture.
I didn't know if Dr. Cleveland wanted me to show.
Okay. So the other picture was Dr. Cleveland flipping the coin before the game.
You're flipping the coin?
It was awesome. It was just a really cool memory. So, but for that, yeah, congratulations, guys, again, and thank you all again.
Thank you. And thank you guys for coming out. Did you want to say anything? You want to say any last words? Nice. Oh, that's good, Dr. Cleveland. Did you want to say anything to them?
Again, congratulations, and thanks for your hard work, and good luck in your future as you're going. It's exciting. You have a lot of wonderful opportunities, and we'll always be very proud for you and for your accomplishments. And Coach Garza, thank you for your leadership. Known you in different capacities, both football and baseball, and it has been a pleasure to have you as part of our school district. So thank you all very much.
You guys.
Madam
Thank you guys. Do you want to say something, Michael?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
actually, I'm going to embarrass Coach Garza for a minute because I know him as a neighbor more than, and I'm sure he can bring the heat when he needs to as a coach, as a football coaches can. But I just know Robert as a very good man, and he's a dedicated father, engaged dad. His wife is also Miss Coach Garza, is a fantastic woman as well, and we're grateful that they're in our neighborhood and community. So.
Thank you. I'm going to go through the board, so you're just going to have to wait for just a second, make sure no one else. Rebecca, did you want to say anything? You don't have to, but if you'd like to say something.
I just want to say congratulations to you all and good luck in college and on your football careers.
All right. And Beth, would you like to say anything?
Yes, thank you for your hard work, not only you, but your coaches, your families, and the athletic department. It means a lot to this district and this community, and just wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Congratulations.
Seth?
Yeah, I'd say congratulations, Jacob. It's nice meeting you. I've known Connor for a couple of years. I've known Moses since he was like in third grade and played basketball with my son. So good job. Congratulations. It's good to see that. And when they played basketball for the area youth tournament, they were back-to-back 3 times in a row. They won the basketball championship. So Moses definitely has the heart of a champion, and it's look forward to seeing where you guys go and where you guys end up. Congratulations.
That's awesome. I get to say last words. Any of you guys going to do track and field? Anyone building up for that? I should have saw all hands. Come on, all hands. Well, I am excited. It's so awesome to hear what your guys' plans are here for the future. And just remember that, like, I'm so glad you're playing football, but keep those studies up, right? Keep those things up and just keep working hard, and you'll see success in your life. And just from you guys speaking up here, that was a skill. That is a skill that you guys had. You showed that you weren't nervous. I mean, you may have been nervous, but you looked really great up there. And that's a great skill to have. So keep up those skills and keep building them. And we wish you great success. So thanks again for being here tonight. All right. I always just want to end the meeting there because it makes me so happy, but we still have the rest. So we do not have any public comment for tonight, neither on our online forum or here in the boardroom. We'll now go to approve the consent. And just so you know about the consent agenda, since we're new, is that the consent, it just has those things that are routine. Just like you can see on here right now, there's our check summary, budget transfers, just disposal equipment. So desks, when we're getting rid of desks, those are the things that sit on the consent agenda. If you ever need something to be pulled off of that before we vote on the consent agenda, then we can do that. It'll go on to later in the meeting if there's something that you're concerned about or have questions about. Do you feel like I explained that pretty well? Okay, so with that, do we have a motion to approve the consent?
A motion to approve the consent agenda.
Board Member Miller, I second the motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. All right, thank you. JC, I'm hoping you're getting everyone's names down good because usually I do much better at my own notes up here, but I'm all tripped up. Okay, we'll now go into the business portion of our meeting for tonight. So first we'll do New Mexico Capital Outlay Grant Agreement Fund 27178-3 buses, and Nick Brook, our Executive Director of Transportation. Go ahead.
Good evening, Madam President, Dr. Cleveland, members of the board. Thank you for having me here tonight. As Dr. Cleveland spoke earlier, I'm bringing forward 2 grant agreements related to previously approved school bus purchases. Both items are the result of manufacturer tariffs applied to buses built after September 2025. This first item is a $10,500 increase for 3 buses ordered this school year that were built after September. The increase is fully funded by the state and requires no district funds. And with that, I stand for any questions.
Okay. Any questions about this? So we can go for a motion on this.
Board Member Miller, I approve the Capital Outlay Grant, New Mexico Capital Outlay Grant Agreement Fund 27178-3 for buses.
Board Member Barry, second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. We can go for the next one.
Second item is a $10,500 increase for an order of 22 buses we ordered last school year. We have already received 19 of those school buses, so they're unaffected by the tariff. However, 3 buses were built after September and now carry that additional cost. It's fully funded by the state and no cost to the district. And any questions?
Any questions on this one, on this item? We can go for a motion.
Okay, Board Member Miller, I move to approve the New Mexico Capital Outlay Grant Agreement Fund 27178-22 for additional costs for buses.
Do we have a second?
Board Member Rebecca Murray, I'll second.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Thank you so much. Did you want to add any last thoughts on
Gotta
that?
hurry and get those buses.
Yeah, we need those buses. We do need those buses. We need
Where
those.
they go up again?
We do need those buses. Yep. And we need more buses. We need new buses. So, thank you everyone for tonight. As we go into the advanced planning, this just goes usually pretty fast when we talk about advanced planning, but just under that, I just want to check in with everyone on your schedules, and we can do more of this kind of texting and such. But 4 o'clock, if we do finance committee meetings at 4 o'clock on Mondays, and it won't be every week, it'll just be, as we get into budget approvals and stuff, it gets a little bit more. But does that time work for everyone with your schedules? You'll be able to get here? Yeah. Okay. So probably be the same thing with audit. We just found if we do 4, it gives us enough time. If we do 4:30, a lot of times we'll run out of time. So, but everyone's good with that time. Okay. Is there any other questions just with upcoming meetings or anything like that? Or the upcoming New Mexico School Board meeting up in Santa Fe? If you are, I haven't told JC yet, so I need to do that, JC. But if you are planning to go to that, you probably have already talked to JC, but make sure you let her know. A lot of times we will stay some of the time just up in Santa Fe, but just because I know it's not a really long journey, but when you have to be up there at like 8 o'clock in the morning to get into your classes, and sometimes it snows. So, so if you need to do those things, just know that that's an option too. And you're also welcome to just go back home. So if no one has any questions on anything coming up, okay. I'm not going to go through each of those, but please let us know if you have any questions on that. And with that, we're adjourned for the evening. Thank you, everyone.